And now it's boys action with Will Hubbard set to tip it up with Derek Fields for the Blue Knights. Referee Bays tosses it in there. Tip-up's controlled by the Knights. Shane Pearson will have it. Gate City man-to-man defensively as usual. Mike Murray picks up Pearson. Pearson drives down left of the lane. His shot up no good, but he'll be fouled. Foul's going to be called on Will Hubbard. Foul on Will, his first. That'll be the team's first. And Coeburn will have going to the line Shane Pearson. He'll be shooting two. Pearson's free throw in the air and good. So Coeburn out on top 1-0. Pearson's second on the way. It is no good. Rebound Humphreys for the Blue Devils. Gets it over to Clark. Quickly in front court, Kilgore. Head of the key now with it, Mike Murray. Mike Murray left side. Gets it to Kilgore at the lane. Puts it on the floor. Drives the left of the lane. Shot up no good, but he's fouled. Foul will be on 15, Derek Fields. Foul on Fields, his first. Team's first, and the Blue Devils have Josh Kilgore shooting two.
And it might be a little tricky again tonight, picking up who the foul's on. They have a place to put it on the scoreboard, but so far they haven't, and we're on the opposite side of the scorer's desk.
Free throw by Kilgore is no good. Score remains 1-0, Coeburn. Kilgore ready for his second. It's on the way and good. So each team hits 1 out of 2 from the free throw line. We're tied at 1. Coeburn against the inbound. Can't get it in. Finally, Pearson comes up with it, and he'll be held by either Hubbard or Kilgore. It'll be Kilgore. Josh picks up his first. That'll be the team's second. Coeburn will have it. Side rear court. To inbound it will be Hall. West Hall. Hall looks, gets it in here in front court to Bauer. Bauer has it, circles it back out, leaves it out center line for Pearson. Pearson has it, right baseline, driving with a shot up off the glass, no good. Hall's foot back, no good, tipped out of bounds by the Knights. It'll belong to the Blue Devils. So, full court pressure. Now McMurray has it for the Blue Devils. Right side. And he dribbles the ball out of bounds, I believe, or he stepped out, either one. Turnover to the Knights. So the Knights with it. That's Pearson. Pearson across the mid-court line. Takes it left of the lane. Now backs it back out. Has it left side, hounded there by McMurray. Gets it along the baseline. That's Fields. Fields is fouled on the play. That's McMurray.
He reached in trying to swat the ball away and picked up the foul.
That's just his first, team's third. 6:51 to go first quarter. We're tied at 1. Pearson gets it on the inbound. Shot up good by Brian Pate. Pate with his first points. Quickly the other way. Gate City has it. Kilgore shot up off the glass, no good. But he'll be fouled on the block by Shane Pearson. Foul on Pearson, his first. Team's second. And that'll put Josh Kilgore at the line again for the Blue Devils, shooting two.
Coeburn has several players on the bench. Let's see if they keep fresh legs in there or stick with these 5 for a while.
Kilgore's free throw up and good.
Of course, we're early.
Cuts Coeburn's lead to 1 at 3-2. Kilgore's second free throw, a little short, tipped out of bounds by Hubbard for the Blue Devils, so it'll belong to the Knights. The Knights will have Hall again on the inbounds. Hall looks, got to get it in, does so to Fields, hands it back to Pearson. Pearson clears the timeline with it. Now drives, ball tipped away by Nate Clark. Might have got away with a reach in. Clark comes up with the basketball. Gets it over to Hubbard. Now back to Clark. He'll bring it across the timeline. Clark has it, drives left of the lane. His left-handed shot up, no good. Crashing the boards to Will Hubbard, and he'll pick up his second foul. Foul on Will is number 2, team's 4th.
Here comes Luke Humphreys.
And I'd say probably for Will, if I was betting, Will Hubbard. So 6:19 to go, first quarter, 3-2. Coeburn leading the Blue Devils with the ball. Hall gets it into Bauer. Bauer with it. Picks up his dribble, now he needs help, hands it off to Pearson. Now Pearson drives down into the lane, leaves it off for Pate, who has it go off. I thought off of him out of bounds. It'll be off of Blue Devil.
Yeah.
So it belongs to the Knights. They have it underneath their own basket. Pearson throws it in deep to Hall. Hall gets it to Pate. Lobs it down low. Shot up field's no good. Hall's putback is good. Wes Hall with the rebound and putback. Coeburn leads 5-2. Luke Humphreys has it for the Blue Devils. Gets it down low to Kilgore. His shot from in front, no good. Humphreys putback, no good. Coming out there with it, Pate for Coeburn. Pate to Pearson. Pearson now to Fields. He drives down. Offensive foul call on Derek Fields.
That's Luke Humphreys stepping in to draw the foul.
Foul on Fields, his second. Substitution, marquee step for Will Humphreys for the Blue Devils. So Luke Humphreys gets it in backcourt to McMurray. Leaves it off for Nate Clark. Nate guarded by Bowers. Now brings it to front court, has it. Loses possession of the ball. Bowers comes up with it off the official. Bowers drives down, layup good. So Gate City trailing now 7-2. We're going to have a timeout by the Blue Devils. Timeout on the floor. 7-2. Gate City trails. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
In the first quarter.
So the Blue Devils out of the timeout will have the basketball. Nate Clark left of his, well, Clark. Originally, we're going to inbounds, and Humphreys now do it from side court. Luke looks, gets it in here to McMurray. Coeburn still man-to-man defensively. McMurray guarded by Hall. Kilgore cuts the baseline, can't get it to him. Swinging around now, right side E-step. E-step puts it on the floor, takes it to the whole shot up, no good. We're going to have a foul call.
Yeah, E-step ends up on the court.
Foul will be on Wes Hall, his first. That'll be the team's 4th. And the Blue Devils will have Mark E-step the line shooting too. Gate City without a field goal here in the first 3 minutes and 8 seconds. A couple of free throws by Josh Kilgore, and that's been it. E-step free throw up and good. 7-3 to score, 4:52 to go in the first quarter. Logan Bateman will check in for Nate Clark. And as you said, Coeburn yet to sub. E-step, second free throw no good. Hall chases it down for Coeburn. Pearson will run the point. Has it between the rings now. Gets it over here at the Fields, and he's fouled by E-step. Foul on Mark E-step's his first. That'll be the team's 5th. And Coeburn will have it out at midcourt. Pearson to throw it in. Pearson, somebody got to come to him. Hall does. Now gets it back to Pearson. Pearson between the legs dribble. Now gets it left side Fields. Fields hands it to Bauer. He drives along the baseline. His forced jumper no good. Kilgore comes out there with it for the Blue Devils. Josh across the timeline. Now swinging around McMurray head of the key. Jesse drives down. Left of the lane. Shot off a glass good. Jesse saw the lane, took it to the bucket. Coeburn can't get the ball in. They'll ask for a timeout. 7-5 to score, 4:13 to go first quarter. We'll be back to Coeburn.
4:13 to play first quarter.
And the Knights with it. Against full court pressure by the Blue Devils. Pearson has it almost thrown away by McMurray. Goes off of McMurray's hands out of bounds.
Yeah, that one rolled around the back of Pearson's head over his shoulders.
Here's a long pass in front court to Bauer. Gate City quickly back. Bauer drives along the baseline. Shoots off the glass. No good. Pate has a hand on it. Tips it to Hall. His shot up is good. West Hall with 4. Knights lead by 4. It's 9-5 inside 4 minutes to go first quarter. McMurray for the Blue Devils gets it to Scott. Scott has the ball, Eastep has the ball stolen away by Fields. Fields misses the gimme. What I was going to say is Drew Scott's checked into the lineup for the Blue Devils. McMurray has it, head of the key. Now Scott between the rings, left side Bateman. Bateman head of the key, McMurray. He'll launch a 3-shot long. Rebound tipped by Humphries. Coming out there with it, Bauer again for Coeburn. Bauer drives, stops. Runner from in front, no good. It'll be tipped out of bounds by the Blue Devils, and it'll belong to Coeburn.
Will Humphries and Nate Clark check back in.
And Coeburn will have the ball. Pearson gets it in the corner to Hall, back to Pearson. Pearson picks up his dribble. He's hounded now by Eastep. Hall comes to the corner to get it. Hall lobs it down low over the top of Fields' head, stolen away by Luke Humphries. Luke gets it over to Nate Clark. Clark now to Humphries, left side with it, Bateman. Bateman along the baseline, Will Humphries. His shot up off the glass, good. Will Humphries with his first 2. The Blue Devils back within 2. 9-7, 2:50 to go here in the first quarter. Pearson, head of the key with it. Gets it over to Fields. Fields guarded by Will Humphries. And now back to Pearson. Pearson drives right of the lane, leaves it off, tried to leave it off, lost control. Will Humphries comes up with it, gets it to Clark. Here driving for the layup, good, is Logan Bateman. We're tied at 9.
Nice assist by Nate.
Yes, it was. And Logan ran the floor well, too. And here's Bauer, loses control of the basketball, goes in the back court. It'll belong to Gate City off the turnover.
Gate City substituting freely, and Coeburn is not.
Zach Jones in now for the Blue Devils, along with Josh Kilgore coming back.
Starting 5 still in there for Coeburn.
Right now, doesn't make a lot of difference. It will later. Humphries, Will, on top McMurray. Now left side with it, Clark. Clark drives along the baseline, slips, and goes out of bounds.
Nate says I was shoved. It might be a little wet down there.
Well,
because his feet just flew out from under him.
But they say no foul. Looked like he slipped. So Coeburn has it, and they throw it away. Goes back to the Blue Devils.
As Hall threw it right to Coach Collins.
So Nate Clark at the point where he fell down. Here's the lob in to Kilgore. Shot up good. Josh with the bucket. Good screen set there by.
For a 6-footer, Kilgore really got up there.
Yeah, he can jump, no question. The Blue Devils with their first lead of the night at 11-9. Pearson has it. Now with it, driving its field. Shot up, no good. And make that Bauer. Zach Jones rips it out of there for the Blue Devils and throws it away. And we're going to have a foul called on Nate Clark. Foul on Nate will be his first. And that is the team's 6th. Coeburn with 4 team fouls. So Coeburn with it, trailing 11-9, 1:37 to go first quarter. Gets it into Hall. Pate gets it back to Bauer, open for the 3. Shot Bauer, no good. Rebound Pate. Pate turns, shoots over Jones, no good. Rebound Nate Clark for the Blue Devils. Nate runs it up the court, past the timeline now. Gets it to Kilgore right side, back to Clark. Clark Penetrates, spins, around the lane, 12-footer up, no good. Rebound, Zach Jones. His putback is good. Jones with a bucket, and the ball gets away, so we're at a stoppage of play. 13-9 to score. Gate City leads.
Gate City has a 6-0 run.
Gate City trailed 7-2, so it's
yeah, that's right.
Actually 11-2
right.
since Coach Vermillion took the timeout. So Fields gets it over to Bauer. Bauer walks it across the timeline, waits on Pearson, hands it over to him. Pearson calls out play 5. Drives left the lane, now backs it out behind the arc. Tries to get it down low. Pass broken up by McMurray. Coming out there with it, Luke Humphries. And now gets it back to McMurray. McMurray rips the pass down low to Zach Jones. And Zach might have took just a little quick step to the bucket. Went off his hands out of bounds. Good feed there from Jesse. Just couldn't hang on to it. So Coeburn off the turnover. Has it with Pearson. Pearson has it tipped away from him. Bauer comes up with it. And McMurray steals it away from him. McMurray gets it over to Clark. And then we're going to have a foul called. Could have been called an intentional foul and on Bauer, but I don't believe it will be. But Bauer just kind of took an arm into McMurray and kind of leveled him into the bleachers. Bauer picks up the foul. He is first. That'll be the team's 5th. First substitution. Fields will check out. And that's Ryan Perry into the game for the Knights. So Nate Clark gets it
30 seconds.
May hold it for one here. We'll see. McMurray with it. Gets it back to Clark. There's right side Kilgore. Kilgore puts it on the floor. Takes it to the hole. Shot up. No good. Pate comes out there with it for Coeburn. 15 seconds. Pate might have traveled, but before the travel, we're going to have a foul called. Foul on 45, Josh Kilgore. That's Josh's 2nd. Team 7th. So Pate will go to the line to shoot 1-1. Brian Pate. I think you said he was a sophomore, I think. Pate's front end of the 1-1, no good. Rebound Hall. Hall's put back, blocked away by Jones. Hall gets it back again. Gets it over to Pate, 14-footer, no good. Rebound McMurray for the Blue Devils, 4 seconds. The ball's knocked out of bounds by the Knights. It'll belong to the Blue Devils with 2.7 seconds left here in the first quarter. Gate City leading 13-9. The ball tipped out of bounds at mid-court out of McMurray's hand. So it'll belong to Gate City with 1.2 seconds to go. Here's McMurray. He launches a shot, which is no good. That's a good call. It did not go before the buzzer. So at the end of the first quarter of play, Gate City leads Coeburn 13-9. Back at Coeburn High School, second quarter set to get underway. Blue Devils leading 13-9. And they have it with Hubbard. Now to Will Humphries out on top. He stepped back to Nate Clark. Nate loses control of his dribble, gets it back to Bateman. Bateman over to Clark. Clark puts it on the floor, drives inside the foul line, shot up, no good. Rebound pulled out of there, Hall for Coeburn. So the Knights, trailing by 4 here early in the second quarter, have it with Pearson, gets it over to Pate. Pate backs it out, head of the key. Now right side with it. Picks up his dribble, hounded there by Hubbard. Gets it over to Hall in the corner. Size mismatch in favor of Coeburn there as Hall takes Clark to the baseline and Nate fouls him. Foul on Nate's his 2nd. It's the team's 8th. Wes Hall for the Knights will be shooting 1-1.
Officials not allowing a whole lot of contact here so far.
Hall's free throw up and good. 13-10, 7:09 to go first half. Hall eyes the mark for his second. It's up no good. Rebound Bateman for the Blue Devils. Bateman gets it over to Clark. Clark brings it to the center. Now left side Hubbard. Hubbard drives all the way down. Shot off the glass, no good. Humphreys foot back, no good, but he's fouled.
Nice move by Hubbard to the bucket. Just left a little short.
That foul is on Hall, his second. And Will Humphreys for the Blue Devils will be shooting two. So with 2 first quarter points, free throw up and no good. The Blue Devils now 3 of 7 from the free throw line.
Sounds like old times.
Humphreys second on the way, no good. Make it 3 of 8. Coeburn has it. That's Pearson, who's guarded now by Bateman. Has it between the rings, picks up his dribble, now gets it to Pate. Down low on the block, shot up no good by Hall. Hubbard comes up, gets it over to Clark. Now quickly to Bateman. Bateman runs the floor, shot up good. And should have had a blocking foul called, but Bateman gets the bucket. Then the Blue Devils lead by 5. Here's Hall. Right side, that's Pate. Now between the rings, Pearson. Pearson puts it on the floor, and I'm not sure. I think he slipped and fell. They're going to call a foul on Bateman. Foul on Bateman's his first. That'll be the team's ninth. That'll be 1 and 1 for Shane Pearson. Maybe he pushed him, but I think he went down on his own. But we don't have the whistle, so we don't have a vote. Pate checks out. In for Coburn's Josh Nixon.
Nixon, a 6'2 senior.
Pearson front end to the 1 and 1 is good. That's the score 15-11. Gate City leading. Pearson second. On the way, no good. Hubbard had a hand on it. It goes off his hands, out of bounds. So the Knights will have it. Pearson checks out. The in for him is Fields. So Hall set the inbound. Gets it in over there to Nixon. Nixon looks for Bauer. Now gets it to Bauer, and he loses it out of bounds. So Gate City now with it, leading 15-11. McMurray for the Blue Devils. Left side, there's Kilgore cutting through. Kilgore stops, turns, spins, shoots, misses. Kilgore gets it back, and he'll be tied up underneath by Knight, and the possession area will go to the Blue Knights. So Josh, a good move, unable to finish with the points. Got the rebound, but was tied up underneath. An alternating possession, the Knights have it. This is Hall. Hall brings it across the timeline. Picks up his dribble and tries to get it to Nixon, but before he does, he'll be called for travel. So a turnover by the Blue Knights gives it back to the Blue Devils.
Hall was questionable about playing basketball as he had a football injury, but he's out there.
Yep, he looks like he's ready to go. J.C. McMurray with a long three, good.
A real long three.
Jesse got a good look at that one. Put it in the bottom of the bucket. Gate City's first three-point field goal attempt of the night, and first, of course, made. Bauer gets it to Hall. Hall's guarded out there by Kilgore. Here's Hall, off a pick, takes it down low, shot up off the glass, good. Good screen there, and Coeburn with the bucket. Quickly in front court, this is Luke Humphreys. Luke drives, left lane, left-handed shot up off the glass, no good. Rebound Nixon. Dixon gets it across the hall. Gets it in the front court. There's Bauer cut to the bucket. Ball tipped out of bounds by Kilgore. Will belong to the Knights. Will Humphreys, Nate Clark, Zach Jones back in.
Yeah, Kilgore knocked it out of Hall's hands, but couldn't chase it down before it went OB.
So the Devils leading by 5. 4:44 to go here in the first half. Coeburn with it. And
turns it over.
Yeah, Pearson threw it into Kilgore. Gets it to Clark. Clark gets it down low. Will Humphreys shot up good, and he's fouled.
Well, there's one that finally goes from underneath.
And the foul, I believe, is on Josh Nixon, his first. And Will Humphreys trying to complete the three-point play. The Devils lead by 7.
Jordan Burke set the check in for Coeburn.
Free throw Will Humphreys is good. Will with 6 points. That leads the Blue Devils here so far.
Ryan Perry sits for Coeburn.
So Fields. Pearson. Pearson with it across the timeline. Now picks up his dribble, needs help. He's hounded out there by Kilgore. 5-second count on, and he won't get rid of it. Good defense by Kilgore and the rest of the Blue Devils, just denying a lane to throw the ball. So McMurray tosses it in to Clark. Center circle with it. Nate. Now gets it McMurray right side. Jones along the baseline. Can't get it to him. Now from Humphreys down to Jones. Looks to make a move. Can't. Leaves it off for Clark to McMurray for 3. Shot it short. Rebound Josh Kilgore. Happened to be in the right place at the right time. Here's Kilgore. Make that Clark pass down low along the baseline. And it'll skip out of bounds. Turnover to the Blue Knights.
Out of reach of Jesse McMurray.
Score remains 21-13, 3:50 to go, first half. Coeburn has it with Ryan Bauer. Here's the lob down low for Pearson. His reverse layup, no good, but he'll be fouled by Zach Jones. Foul on Zach's his first. It's the team's 11th. In the act of shooting, Shane Pearson. Shooting 2. Free throw Pearson, good. That's Gate City's lead to 7 at 21-14.
E-Step and Hubbard check in for Jones and Kilgore.
Second free throw Pearson up and no good. Rebound Hubbard for Gate City. Hubbard gets it over to Clark, quickly to E-Step. E-Step stops. Can't shoot, gets it back to McMurray. McMurray, left side Clark, along the baseline. Will Humphreys for the layup, good. Good feed that time from Clark. Humphreys had the defender on his backside, couldn't stop it. Bauer has it, gets it, tries to get it down low. Off of Humphreys, good effort there by Humphreys, save it into McMurray. McMurray stops, pops, 15-footer, no good. Tipped around, who's got it? McMurray got away with a shove.
Yes, he did.
Ball on the floor. Held ball, it'll belong to the Blue Devils. Or it sure looked like he got away with it. 23-14 to score. Gate City leading, 3:08 to go here in the first half. And the Devils have Nate Clark. He lobs it in to Hubbard. His shot from in front, good.
Got Pate flat-footed.
Devils out now to their biggest lead of the night by 11. They've trailed by as many as 5 early, but now lead by 11. 2:50 to go first half. Fields has it, right corner. Tries to get it to, who's that? Jordan Burke. And he'll be fouled from behind.
30 fouled 30.
By Will Humphreys. And that'll be 2 shots for Jordan Burke. It's the Blue Devils long ago past giving up the double bonus. So Burke scoreless so far. Free throw on the way, no good. Burke eyes the mark. Second one, it too, no good. Rebound tipped Humphreys, but coming out there with it, Bauer. His shot up off glass, no good. Will had a hand on it again, and it may go off of him. Nope, they're going to say it'll go off of Burke out of bounds. So it belongs to Gate City. They lead 25-14, 2:40 to go in the first half here at Coeburn. Nate Clark for Gate City off the screen by Humphreys. Takes it down to the baseline, running one-hander up off a glass. Good. Nate Clark with his first points, and the Blue Devils slowly stretching their lead out. 27-14. Pearson for the Knights has Bowers left side. His jumper up and good. Ryan Bowers' jumper from about 14 feet. Cuts Gate City's lead back to 11. 2 minutes to go first half. Clark has it, foul line now, left side Will Humphreys, and what are we going to have? Going to have a foul on Coeburn. 33, Bauer picks up the foul.
Away from the ball.
His second Hubbard demand foul will be going to the line for Gate City to shoot 1-1, as that's the 18th foul on Coeburn.
Bateman checks in for Clark.
Luke Humphreys also into the lineup for Gate City.
Now, wait a minute. Nate's coming back.
Yeah. That makes 5. Will Hubbard's free throw up and no good. Rebound Pate. Blue Devils struggling from the free throw line. Leading by 11, 1:50 to go first half. That's Pearson. Now gets it over to Holyfield. Ryan Holyfield lobs it for Pate. Pate puts it on the floor, drives to the bucket, missed a gimme. Rebound Bateman. Bateman with it for the Blue Devils, gets it over to Clark. Clark rips the pass to Humphreys, and it goes off of Luke's hands out of bounds. It belongs to the Knights.
That was a hot pass. Luke unable to handle it.
Yeah,
just got one hand on it.
Let's see, what do we have here? Stoppage of play. Okay, I think Coach Bays is putting both coaches back in the coaching box, and especially Coach Collins. Coach Collins, when his teams had the ball and been in the front court, he has been standing past mid-court on the floor.
That's a no-no.
Yeah, well, I know there's not a lot of sideline room, but you don't have to join them in front court. But anyway, Coeburn with it. Pearson. Pearson is going to need help. 5-second count on. They'll not get rid of it. Yeah, they will, too.
Slow count.
Yeah, Pate has it. Pate will be fouled by Bateman. Logan just ran into him, couldn't stop. Foul on Logan's his second. That'll put.
Yeah, Pate moved and then came right back, and Bateman was chasing him. Ran right into him. Yeah, speaking about the sideline, the players sitting on the bench, their toes are on the side stripe. So
yeah,
there's not really room for the coaches to go back and forth without being on the court.
Pate hits the first. Gate City leads by 10, 68 seconds to go, first half. Pate's second shot in, out, no good. Zach Jones pulls it out of there for the Blue Devils. Gets it over to Clark, inside a minute to go. First half. Nate Clark has it. McMurray now head of the key, and he'll launch a three shot, way short. Falls in the hands of Zach Jones. His putback, no good. Rebound out there, Nixon for Coeburn, gets it over to Pearson. Pearson rambles across the timeline. Picks up his dribble. Now he tries to get it and does get it to Hall. Back to Pate. Pate guarded out there by Luke Humphreys. Now here's Pearson with it. Pearson shoots over Jones, no good. He's stopped in a hurry. McMurray with a rebound, and he'll be fouled.
Nobody out there is going to run over Zach Jones.
No, probably not. I believe that foul on Brian Pate, his first. That's the team's 9th. So the Blue Devils will have Jesse McMurray at the line shooting 1-1 with 26 seconds to go here in the first half. Gate City leading by 10.
Two different views behind the backboard here. On one end is a white center block wall. On the other end is the stage blue curtain.
And Jesse McMurray misses a free throw. And Coeburn has it. It's Pearson now. He gets it over to Holyfield. Holyfield hands it off to Pate. Pate now back to Pearson. Pearson right side, guarded by Estep. Picks up his dribble. Estep hounds him. Coming up free down low. Shot up off the glass, no good. McMurray will pick up the foul. Shot by Matt Hall. Missed. Ryan Holyfield comes in and catches it. And he's hammered by McMurray.
Holyfield limping.
Jesse's second. And it appears he may have gotten hit on the kneecap. And that feels real good. So, Holyfield walking it off. Now we're set to go. Holyfield will be shooting two. 27-17. Gate City leads Coeburn. 1.8 seconds to go here in the first half. Holyfield, his shot, no good. Coeburn not exactly shooting very well from the free throw line and themselves. So Holyfield try to make one of two. It's on the way and good. Holyfield checks out, Bauer in. Gate City leads by 9, 1.8 seconds to go here in the first half. Clark on the inbounds. He'll launch one from backcourt. It hits the front of the rim, no good. And the first half is over here at Coeburn, and the Blue Devils lead the Blue Knights 27-18.
Gate City Blue Devil basketball on GCTV is brought to you by Darty Brothers Chevrolet, Delegate Terry Kilgore, Fairway Ford Volkswagen, Farm Bureau Insurance, Jackson Street Formal, Law Office of Jeff Hamilton, Mark's Hardware, Scott County Long Distance, State Line Graphics, and Weber City Drugs. We'll be right back with the start of the third period.
Gate City leads here at halftime, 27-18 over Coeburn at Coeburn.
And the Knights will have it to start the second half. And that will be Derek Fields. Get it into Bauer. Both teams been man-to-man all the way. Bauer, guarded by McMurray out front, now gets it over to Fields. Fields drives right of the lane, lobs it, stolen away by Nate Clark. Clark with it for the Blue Devils, pushes it in front court, leaves it off down low. Kilgore, his reverse layup, no good. Fields clears the boards out for Coeburn. Gets it over to Hall. Hall hands it to Pearson, who stays center court with it. Now takes it left side, picks up his dribble, gets it to Hall. Hall guarded by Nate Clark. Hall gets it to Pate. Pate now swinging around right side with it, Pearson. Pearson tries to get it to Bauer, stolen away by Will Humphries. Will steals it, gets it to McMurray. Gate City still leading by 9. Nobody scored. We're a minute into the second half. Kilgore has it between the rings. Now McMurray, left corner, Nate Clark open for the three, shot long. Pearson comes out there with it for the Blue Knights. Left side Fields, he'll launch a three, shot Fields long, no good. Hubbard with the rebound for the Blue Devils. It's not exactly been a thing of beauty here. No, this is Kilgore. Kilgore drives, shot up, no good. Hubbard had a hand on it. Kilgore gets it back, his put back, no good, but he's fouled. Got a shot off, but just short. 14. Hall picks up his third personal. And the Blue Devils will have Josh Kilgore shooting two. Gate City leads 27-18. 6:36 to go here in the third quarter. Kilgore, sophomore, shot up, good. So the Blue Devils push the lead back to 10, 28-18. And Josh ready for his second. It's also good. So the Blue Devils equal their biggest lead of the night, 29-18, 6:30 to go third quarter. Wes Hall clears it in front court to Bauer. Bauer along the baseline, right of the line, shot up, no good. With it, Pearson. Pearson gets it back down low to Perry. His shot up, no good. McMurray has a hand on it, slips, falls, and he throws it off of Bauer's knee out of bounds. So the Blue Devils will have Will Hubbard to throw it in. Does so to Clark. And Nate has it, center circle. Right side, Hubbard cuts through the lane, can't get it to him, now to McMurray. McMurray drives, stops, pops, 15-footer in the air, good. Jesse McMurray with the bucket. Here a long pass in front court to Bauer. Here's a running layup, good. And we have a timeout on the floor. Timeout by the Blue Knights. Gate City leads 31-20. Back at Coeburn, 31-20, Gate City leads. 5:49 to go here in the third quarter. The Blue Devils will have it. And it'll be Nate Clark up the right side with it now. Between the rings, gets it to Hubbard, back to Clark. Clark will be fouled as he drives to the bucket by Josh Nixon, his second. That'll be the team's second here in the second half. So the Blue Devils will have Nate Clark shooting two. Clark, 2 first half points. Free throw up, Clark, good. Blue Devils led in scoring in the first half by Will Humphreys. He had 8. Wes Hall had 6 for Coeburn.
Pearson out, Nixon back in for Coeburn.
Nate Clark's second free throw up, long. Tip by Hubbard, no good. Coming out there with it, Pate. Now Pearson. Guarded by Kilgore. Pearson with it. Circles between the rings, picks up his dribble and throws it away. Bauer is going to cut to the bucket. Pearson thought he was going to come to him. So another turnover goes to Gate City, leading by 12. 5:24 to go here in the third quarter.
16th turnover by Coeburn.
So Nate Clark has it for the Blue Devils. There's McMurray head of the key. His jumper way short. Pearson catches it. Lets the floor clear now. Calls out play 2. Takes it right side. Now back to the center. Foul line. Now it's Bauer with it, left side. Started by McMurray. Bauer drives along the baseline. His shot up off the glass, good. He splits 2 defenders. And Bauer gets his second field goal here in the quarter. Quickly the other way. Josh Kilgore for a layup, good. Over in that time, the team not getting back defensively. And the lead is at 12 for the Blue Devils. Pearson, guarded by Kilgore, picks up his dribble. Going to need help. Loses his dribble. Bauer runs it down. Now Bauer puts it on the floor, and he's going to be fouled by Josh Kilgore.
Josh dove in, trying to come up with a loose basketball, and committed to the foul.
That's his third. Team's first here in the second half.
And he'll sit, as will Will Humphreys.
Will Hubbard in along with Luke Humphreys now for the Blue Devils. Bauer gets the inbounds. He's guarded by Eastham, who's also checked in. With it, Pearson, right side, now right corner. Continues to dribble. And
there's 5.
That's right. So turnover to Gate City. And more substitutions. Fields in for Nixon for the Blue Knights. 34-10 the score, nearing 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Nate Clark has it. Clark drives all the way down. Dishes it off for Luke Humphreys. His shot up no good, but he's fouled by Brian Pate. Pate picks up his second. Team's third here in the second half. And Gate City will have Luke Humphreys at the line. Luke will be shooting 2. Luke lefty. Free throw no good.
So the free throw problems continue for Gate City.
Second by Luke is good. Makes them 8 out of 16 on the night from the line. Nate Clark tips the inbounds pass out of bounds. Peach City leads by 13. That's their biggest lead of the night. Halfway through the third quarter. Have no idea why the horn went off.
What's this about?
Have no idea.
Ball's in play.
Well, it's going to have to be put back in play again. He must have punched the button to start the horn, or for the horn instead of to start the clock. It's the only thing I can figure. So now Coeburn can't get the ball inbounds. Their clock keeper costs them a timeout. 35-22 the score. No, wait a minute, not a timeout. It's going to be a 5-second call against Coeburn. Coeburn unable to get the ball in.
At any rate, the operator did cost them a turn.
Yeah, I could have sworn he was signaling a timeout with the player doing the inbounding, but obviously not. Here's Hubbard. He feeds Humphreys for the layup. Missed it. Rebound, Estep skies for it. Estep forces it up. Good, and he's fouled. Good effort there by Mark Estep.
Good, strong move in a crowd.
24, Nixon picks up his third.
Marks the 5'10 junior.
Estep, free throw, good. And the Blue Devils now jump out 38-22. This is Hollifield to Pearson. Pearson guarded by Bateman, who's checked in. Pearson, offensive foul call. Bateman just hounded him, and Pearson just, for some strange reason, I guess only he knows, just dropped his shoulder and committed the offensive foul.
He had him pinned against the sideline, but he had two ways to move,
and he shouldn't have been that way.
Two good ways. One was out of bounds. The other one was drawing a foul.
Good ball movement by the Blue Devils. Logan Bateman comes up with it for the layup. Good. 40-22. Timeout on the floor by Coeburn. We'll be back after these messages. Coeburn with the basketball. That's Pearson. Guarded by Bateman. Again, having trouble handling the pressure. Here's the ball on the floor. Going to have traveling called on Mark Estep. That's a good call. Good effort, though, by the Blue Devils. Bateman and Estep there. So the Knights with it. Pearson, and what do we have? Going to have a hold called against Coeburn. No. I was going to say, I didn't see how that could be on Coeburn, but I could have sworn he said 2-4 white, but it's 2-4 black. That's Estep, picks up his second. And that's Hollifield. Pearson now gets it over to Hollifield. Hollifield lobs it in back court, almost in back court. And now it finally has to go in back court.
I thought one of the players stepped on the midcourt line before it was thrown back in back court.
Yeah, that's what I thought I saw too. 40-22, Gate City leading. 2:45 to go third quarter. Has possession of the basketball. Gate City 4 along the baseline. Nate Clark with it. And we're going to have an illegal screen called on Will Hubbard. Foul on Hubbard will be his third. McMurray and Will Humphreys in. Hubbard and Nate Clark check out. So Coeburn now with it. That's Fields, gets it in to Hollifield, back to Pearson. Pearson clears the timeline, left side, and throws it away.
20th turnover by Coeburn.
And Bauer barking at his teammate Pearson there a little bit. So, off the turnover, McMurray runs the point now, gets it to Estep. Swing it back to McMurray. Coeburn going 2-3 zone. Bateman gets it down low. Here is Will Humphrey. Shot up, no good. Humphrey's put back, no good. He's fouled. Foul will be on Brian Pate, his third. And the Blue Devils will have Will Humphreys at the line shooting 2. Will with 8 first half points, none so far here in the second half. Gate City leading 40-22. Free throw Will, no good.
Hall and Perry check back in for Coeburn, replacing Pate and Pearson.
So we're set. Will Humphreys second. Hit 2, no good. Bateman keeps it alive. McMurray and Humphreys have it, and it goes off of them out of bounds. So 2 missed free throws there. And here's the ball on the inbound, stolen away. McMurray hits 3, good. Jesse McMurray with a quick 3. He stepped, caught the inbounds pass, kicked it to McMurray for the 3.